Hi everyone, I hope you're all fine and welcome to Autodesk PowerMill. So we have already started the module number 6, which is all about the toolpath simulation. And in the last, we have discussed about the advanced simulation features. So today we have a very exciting topic, which is all about the L and collision detection. So let's get started and discuss about the error and collision detection. So as you know that whenever we are going to create the program and create the toolpaths, what we have an issue is we just fear of that the tool is going to be collide with the workpiece, or the tool holder is going to be collide with the workpiece and damage the tool and damage the workpiece. So we have to ensure that our tool is not going to be collide, or our tool holder is not to be collide with the workpiece or any other thing which comes under that path. So what we have to do is we have a tool or we have a command in the Autodesk PowerMill so that we can able to check the collisions. So we have two things in the Autodesk PowerMill to check it out. The one thing is called the gouges and the other thing is called the collisions. So the first thing we are going to discuss about the collision, and the collision is a thing in which the tool holder or tool accessories is going to be collide with the workpiece or with the fixture. So what we have to do is we have to check it out whether this thing should not be happening. So either you can check these things using the physical by your eye, or you can also check it by the command. So let's get started and tell you how we can go and perform these things. So I'm just going to load a model, import a model. Just go and click on the example die.djk on it. So this is the die, and what I have to do is I just go and create some block, apply some operational weight. So I'm going to set up the 10 millimeter flat mill. I kept set it as 75. Make it 10 mm flat and then I'm going to set up the holder as well for that tool and set the upper diameter 55, the low diameter 30, and the hanging is going to be 45. This means that the tool or the cutting area is going to be held up to 45 or 1 inch, and the other tool is going to be held up in the call out or tool. So just close it and just go and click on the toolpath and set up the toolpath as modular equivalence. Set up the limits. I'm going to set up the limits as well. And set up the curves as well. Click OK, it's done. Click OK, accept it. I'm going to set up the boundary so that the tool is going to be limitized to movement to the inside. Click on the model. Offset all. That is going to be this one. Thickness this one. 0.01. Step forward, step down. Okay. Links. Iterate. Okay. So click on the calculator to calculate 0. So one thing is options available. So it's going to calculate the toolpath. Let me show you. So in the leads and links, you find out an option which is called the Gouge check. So I just discussed you the Gouge check later. So by the way, we are going to discuss about the collision. So first, well, we have to study about the collision, and later we'll discuss about the Gouge. So click OK, and you'll see that the toolpath has been created with the start down value of 2 millimeters, and we have to find out either the tool is going to be collide with the workpiece. So you can just go and visually check that. Right now, the tool is at the above section, but if we just click on the tool path, and you see that it's marked as correct. So this means that the tool path is created correctly. But at any section, you can able to check the collision. For example, if I go and click on somewhere in the toolpath. So let me click on this toolpath. You see that I have selected the toolpath at the bottom. And if I go and right click on that toolpath, so we get an option over here which is called simulate from here. So if I go and click on that thing, you can see that the toolpath is going to be the tool is going to be moved at this section. So right now, what we have to do is we can check our gouge. We can check our collision. So how we can check the collision? Just go and click on this sort stop, and you'll see that the stop, the tool order is going to be stuck with the workpiece. You can see over here. And that's a big problem. So right now, the tool is hanging outside with a value of 45 millimeters. And the tool holder is going to be collide with the workpiece. So we have to check before sending this program to the machine. So the first method, we have checked it by using the visual method, and then we can go and check with the other method, which is called the collision or verify. So how we can verify? Just click on the toolpath and make sure that the toolpath should be activated. Okay. So the toolpath is active. Now just go and find out the verify option. So here's the verify option, and in the verify option, you can find out two options for the mode, which are toolpath and tool exit. So what we have to do is we have to check and verify our toolpath. So just go and click on the toolpath. And here you will find out a verification, which is called the toolpath verification. And the options, you will see that you don't need to change any option over here. You have to set it by default. And now we have two options in the check. One is called the collisions and the other is called the gouges. So right now we'll discuss about the collision. So let's click on the collision. No need to change any settings in the toolpath verification. Just apply. And what is going to do is that PowerMill tool verification is going to calculate the exact value where we should have to set the tool. For example, the tool hanging is at 45 millimeters outside. So the toolpath verification is going to tell you that you have to make sure that you set the tool at this height in the terms of millimeters, in the terms of dimension. So let's go and apply it, and you can able to find out that the PowerMill just gives you the information that collisions with the holder found at a depth of 4.33 covered component number 1, So you should have to set the minimum tool and overhang with a value of 49.33 required to avoid the older layer. So that's a very interesting, that's a very informative information about the collision through which you can check out the collision. And when you see that, if you accept it, you can see that the tool path has been created in a different way. The one tool path which is with the collision. So here we have a collision of the tool path, which is number one. Then we have a tool path with another way that is not going to be reached. So let me show you that. So at the end, you see that it's not going to be reached at that point. And on the third toolpath, you see that the toolpath is being created with a different. So right now, the height of the tool is going to be changed. So how you can find out? You can see over here. Let me tell you that there are two tools with a different tool for the setup. Like if you go and click on this one, you can see that the tool height is totally changed. Here we have tool height very minimal, but on the other side, you can see that the tool height is bigger. So that's created two tools for the two different operations. So what you have to do is you have to think critically about all these things. And that's what we call the tool path verification. And in the verification, we just discussed about the layer. So before applying this tool path or set this tool path and forward the NC code to the machine, you should have to check the simulation. You have to check the verification, whether your tool is not going to be collide with the workpiece and not with the fixtures and any other stuff. Like the accessories we have, like sometimes we have accessories like C-axis and we have done other rotary axes and all these stuff on the table. So what we have to do is we have to ensure that the tool holder is not going to be collide with that. So using the tool path verification and it's done. So this is the collision method, and I hope you understand the collision method. So make sure that when you create the tool path, before applying the simulation, you should have to check the verification using the collision and then simulate it and triple check the program. Is there anything you find out any collision? Then you have to remove it clearly, and then you have to send the tool or send the tool path to the machine for processing operation. So that's it for the collision operation. And thank you. And